Hey everybody, Matty Ice here, and in today's video I'm going to take you through the 0-hour mission on normal, and I'm going to explain to you in very quick terms like where you need to go, what you need to do, and at the very end of this video I'm going to show you the entire solo run I did. So if you need to know exactly the pathing to take, go to the end, but this beginning part is going to be kind of just a shot-by-shot synopsis of what you need to do, where you need to go, and like the big things that I think aren't encounters, like where you're just fighting enemies, or aren't pretty straightforward pathing. So with that being said, if you do find this video helpful, I would greatly appreciate if you could like it, subscribe to the channel, and then in the top right of the corner, in the comments below, I'm also going to have my legend guide there, because things are different between normal and legend. So let's go ahead and get into the mission here. The opening part is a lot of just shanks, captains, brigs, things like that. So you're going to be fighting your way through 3 different rooms. But in the second room here, there's a key thing you need to keep an eye out for. Once you already have Outbreak, whether it's from the old one or the new one, in the second room here, there's going to be a little switch you can activate that spawns 3 plates. Each of these plates will have random symbols on them. And this is actually going to be crucial to unlocking a section of the vault puzzle later on. So these 3 plates are on the back of this little kiosk area, on the side of the tower that I just looked at, and all the way at the end here where you need to progress. So you need to shoot these plates in order based on their symbols and what's showing on that keypad that you initially flip, and then you have to shoot them with Outbreak. Doing so in the right order will unlock the vault area. I'll cover that later on, so just keep that in mind. If you want to just do this just so you can play around in the vault, it is helpful. It takes, a minute if you're solo, so it doesn't take too much time, but you just do need to have Outbreak in order to do it. So moving on to what you need to do after the 3rd encounter room at the beginning, I definitely recommend switching to an Eager Edge Sword here, and if you're on Warlock, Heat Rises is incredibly nice from this point on. Otherwise, go ahead and just do Grapple or whatever else you feel comfortable doing platforming. There's a lot more platforming after this point, so just keep that in mind. So after you, like I said, completed that 3rd room, you're going to progress for a little while until you get to this open area here. On Legend, you're going to go to a different area, but on Normal, you're going to go left underneath this plane. There's a secret passage in a vent, and you're just going to follow that all the way through. Again, this part is relatively straightforward, so I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, but just keep following the kind of singular path that you see. You do have to shoot open some vents every now and then. Once you get to this kind of open room, there's a vent that you need to go through that is next to the side on the left. It's kind of trial and error. I just keep going until you find it, but it's that one that's directly to your left against the wall. That will take you to this area where you want to go to the one that's on the far right. So again, you're spawning in, you're jumping into that room. It's the one on the back left. This is going to be a relatively straightforward path until you get to this open area here. And this part, there's a couple different things you can do. You can either platform down normally, or if you, again, have Eager Edge, Heat Rises, things like that, you can just drop straight down. And what you're looking for is this area here where there's 2 more Vandals. Go ahead and kill this Vandal at the top, and where he's standing, if there's a vent you can jump up into. Jumping up here is the path you want to go, and again, just follow that into the next room, where you then have to do some more platforming. From here, you're going to be jumping up this little elevator shaft, and you're going to go all the way to the top where there's 2 more gates you have to shoot open and then go into. It's one of the 2. I'm pretty confident it's the one on the right if you're taking the elevator shaft from the perspective of you looking into it, but it's very easy to get turned around in there, so don't feel too bad if you take the wrong one. It's just a dead end. That is then going to lead you to the elevator shaft with the fan blades where you have to drop down, and each section has an exploder shank. You can drop down here by going into the wall where this little red highlight area is, and taking that will lead you to the Arc Subsystem area. This is where Trevor is, who is a robot who will absolutely destroy you. And in this area, you need to flip 4 switches to progress. Each of these switches is going to be in a section of the room, like L2, R2, L1, R1 kind of deal. So if you have 2 people, I recommend just splitting left side, right side. If you are solo, it's a little bit more complicated, but you can kind of traverse the middle area. Trevor is a robot who kind of runs around and will absolutely destroy you if he sees you. He's relatively slow if he doesn't see you, but once he spots you, he speeds up immensely. There are areas you can hide from him, or you can try to jump the gap and get away from him. But if you don't activate your heat rises, you're just going to fall to your death like I did. So once you've flipped all these switches though, that's going to open the door at the very end, which is in the very back of the room, pretty much directly opposite of where you dropped in. So just do your best to flip all the switches. There is a triumph if you can make it through here without getting killed by Trevor, and it's just going to take a little bit of practice, a little bit of trial and error to get that done. Once you've gotten through the exit of that ARC subsystem room, you're going to jump up or take an elevator up to a balcony area, and then take this fun little slide down. Once you've taken the fun slide down, go ahead and hang a left. There's a vent next to the stairs. Do not get fooled and take the stairs down. Take the vent, and that's going to lead you to the vault area. Now, to actually access the vault, there's a couple things you need to do. First, go ahead and find this symbol on the wall and stand next to it. It's going to actually open the secret door to the vault, but then you have to actually progress through the maze. Now, this is a maze that you have to take the right path, otherwise it just burns you. So I'm going to show you the right path here, and it's different on Legend. So if you're trying to do that on Legend, just know that the path is not the same. Once you've completed the path though, there is a button to the left that will deactivate the trap for you and your friends. So if you have some buddies who are straggling behind, they don't have to worry about doing the maze. But that gets you access to the vault room. Now this is a puzzle that I have not quite figured out yet. I haven't had the time to put into it. But basically, activating those symbols at the beginning that I showed you before will unlock these blue doors. It unlocks this first one on the left, and you have to activate these panels on the wall in a certain order in order to do this puzzle. So like I said, I haven't really had the time to look into this too much, so just keep that in mind. If you want to play around with it, please do, and let me know in the comments below if you can help out. But basically, it seems like it has something to do with that panel on the wall, and those arrows and symbols and all that. But otherwise, you're going to go to the back right of the room, and that's going to take you to the boss fight. You can plant a rally flag right before you jump up and go into the vent, so don't forget to do that. I certainly did my first couple of times, so just keep that in mind. The boss room has a ton of enemies that will absolutely murder you, even in a well. The arc damage is not joking around here. But you basically just have to kill everything in this room. Once you defeat all the enemies, then the mission's over. But if there's even one enemy still up, the mission does not end. The boss does kind of have like a second form, in the form of a brig once you get him weak enough. But otherwise, just kill everything in that room and you're done. So as promised, I am now going to show my full final run. So if you need help knowing exactly where to go, please use this part of the video to just guide you through the entire thing. I apologize in advance for kind of the scuffness of it. I'm just trying to do this real quick, and I got turned around a couple times and had a couple stupid deaths. So please ignore that or forgive me for those kind of transgressions here. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could like the video and subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment below if I missed anything or if you find any secrets. I'm going to have my legend guide out shortly after this one, and I'll have a link to that in the video itself and in the comments below. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.